Gotta start it off with a truck, a freaking Ford 6.4, bro. I will never ever own this vehicle. If I won a contest today and that's one of the vehicles for the giveaway, I'll be like, give it away. I don't want it. It's like walking around during COVID without a mask on. It's like going to, if somebody said, hey, if you go in this room, you're gonna get the world's worst disease, that you walk into that room running.
Hyundai Accent 2005, I think. Okay, I'm gonna buy two vehicles and I'm gonna give her this new one and I'm gonna surprise her and I'm gonna be that good son, right? I gave him a fucking Hyundai Accent. It was worse from what she was driving, bro.
My dad is like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna help you get something cost efficient, fuel efficient. 3 choices of the vehicles that was in my budget. It was, I forgot which Mazda. It was some sort of Mazda. It was a Toyota Tercel and it was the Hyundai Accent. They all were the same price. The Toyota Tercel was like a 1990 something. The Mazda was like a 1990 something. But the Hyundai Accent was like a 2002 or a 2003. Newer. It was newer. Bro, that vehicle broke down on the way home.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the most fantastic podcast in the auto industry, the first podcast in dealerships in Georgia, I imagine, and I probably is going to be the first podcast in the whole dealerships in the nation. Did I say it right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's up, bro? How are you doing? Here's the legend, my friend, my partner, Rahim, the handsome Bimani.
I feel a little bit hot right before this episode. I got the amazing opportunity to see Homer with his shirt off. Man, that was a good feeling. I'm excited to be here. That's my favorite part of recording.
Yo, let me tell you something because probably and can put a picture of me in the editing. So one thing that we are joking with Melissa, my wife, right now, is that 5 years ago, I was 45 and now I'm 30. Because, bro, when I used to live in Honduras, I was a freaking disaster, bro. Now that I don't want to show my picture.
45-year-old, 20-year-old.
For real, bro. Now I look handsome, so thank you.
I think you've been looking handsome, but now you look fit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. 3 years in 2021, I started. So you gotta keep the process.
33 years in the making.
Yeah. What? 34?
34 years in the making.
I'm about to be 35.
Oh, old, bro.
I know, but experience. What's up, bro? How is everything?
Shit is crack-a-lacking, baby. It's a good freaking day. Every freaking day. Proud to be here. Proud to bring the value and the entertainment to everybody. Episode today, it's going to be gangsta. 3 vehicles we would never own, and I truly, genuinely want to hurt some feelings on this episode.
Okay, you probably will. Yo, I never seen your hair like that.
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment about it, bro. Long hair, don't care. Today we're gonna just leave it down.
I mean, I like it. I think that you normally I just see Rahim with a tie and long sleeves and different things, but right now it's my first time seeing you like that.
This is Rahim every day.
Oh no, I saw you like that in Texas. Yeah. When you almost missed your flight
without my makeup.
Yeah, what a disaster, bro. He always shows up later.
That's one of my toxic traits. If the plane is leaving at noon, bro, I'm not thinking about even being at the airport till 11:30.
What about me?
If the plane is leaving at noon, he's there yesterday. He's got a tent set up. He's got his snacks. He's got a movie he's playing. He's got 3 movies he's going to watch.
And with that, I've lost two planes already.
And with that, I lost 1 flight in my life.
All right, so let's jump into it, bro. What's your one of the vehicles that you will never own?
One of the vehicles that I'm super passionate about, you know this from my past episodes. I'm a truck dealer, so I got to start it off with a truck. A freaking Ford 6.4, bro. I will never ever own this vehicle. If I won a contest today and that's one of the vehicles for the giveaway, I'll be like, give it away. I don't want it, right? It's literally like, how can I point it? It's like walking around during COVID without a mask on. It's like going to, if somebody said, hey, if you go in this room, you're going to get the world's worst disease, that you walk into that room running. Like, that's like what owning a Ford 6.4 is. And the reason I'm so passionate about it right this second is because I always break that rule. And every time I break it, it's like life reminds me that, like, dude, there's a reason why that's your rule.
When did you break it for the last time?
2 days ago.
Yo, what's wrong with you? We did a freaking episode about it, bro.
Dude, like
and you broke down already in 2 days? Oh, my God.
The problem, bro, is the issue, bro. Like, so obviously it's one of the worst. You could log on to one of our other episodes and see why I hate it so much. But
yo, I'm gonna bring my phone out to read any comment that we have on that TikTok viral video. Go ahead.
So you know, the number one reason why it came to I would never own it was because they're piece of shit, right? The motor is going to break down. It's not a matter of if it's going to break down, it's when it's going to break down and how much money. You literally will have to spend your life savings to get that vehicle back up and running. The first time I broke the rule, after I made the rule, I bought a 300,000 mile 6.4. It was cheap. It was like $4,000 or $5,000. And the funny thing is I keep breaking the rule for the same reason, and I keep regretting it. So the guy who was trading it in, he just needed some help. He needed a newer truck, and he's like, bro, my truck is going to break down, and this is literally how I put food on my family's table. I need another truck. I was like, dude, we don't buy 6.4s. We don't sell 6.4s. We don't take them on trade. I don't even want it in my parking lot. I'm worried that even if we don't do business, you're going to go in the parking lot, it's not going to start, and I'm going to have a vehicle stuck. I helped him out, and sure enough, that one, the motor fucked up. Right? Then 3 days ago, we had a repeat customer come in. Good customer, great customer come in. And that's the truck he wanted. I was like, Louis, if you don't go talk to him right now, bro, tell him we don't want to sell it to him. Tell him it's going to break down. Please don't let him buy it. And Louis said he went and spoke to him. He was like, yo, I told him not to buy it. I told him it's going to break down. And he just really likes it. He thinks that this one is going to be different. And he wants us to... Oh, but let me tell you why we got it. Same situation. The customer was like, bro, it's got too many miles. My business is growing. Please, I know you don't take them, but I don't have a lot of cash. Can you please take this on trade? So we took it on trade. Now this repeat customer wants to buy it. And we tell him don't buy it. And he buys it. Guess what happens 2 days later? It's in the freaking shop, bro. And what am I going to do? Tell him I can't help him? No. He's my guy. He buys vehicles from us. Never buy a 6.4, bro.
Yeah. So let me read one of our comments. And by the way, in this video we have almost 240,000 views, and people. One guy is saying, I love the comments. My 6.4 has been amazing. Never a problem for 500,000 miles.
He's lying.
Yeah. We all know you're lying.
He's lying.
That's his comment. Not that I'm saying that. That's his comment. Yeah. We all know that you guys are lying. And that's funny, bro, because that's the you can go into our TikTok and watch all the viral content that we have. People is not gonna believe, but we have 700s, 200,000s, and different videos that we have been fired. So yeah, people knows that that's a.
This one, I'm feeling it right now. I bet this one's gonna hit a milli. Whatever we're recording, this little bit that we're gonna chop up is gonna hit a milli.
Probably. So yeah, that's what people is saying that. Oh my God, bro! It's not happening with that motherfucker vehicle.
It's not happening, bro.
Right.
It's like the sun must come up, and the sun must go down.
Right.
A 4.64 will break down.
So I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna put it's right here. Read it. You know what I mean? It's a fucking disaster.
Disaster.
Don't use that vehicle.
Disaster.
And it's still expensive. The vehicle. Or it's cheap as fuck?
It's cheap, bro. Motherfuckers don't even want it because they know.
Right.
Whatever L you're going to take on selling it or trading it or honestly putting it on fire is going to be much better than whenever it's broken down.
Right. So can I change to my number 3? My number 3 is going to be a Hyundai Accent. Hyundai Accent 2005, I think, was that vehicle that I used to own.
Let me look up what. So I'm with you there with the Hyundai Accents, bro. They suck, but I have a personal reason why they suck. But tell me why you don't like them first.
So, and of course, I got a bad experience with that particular vehicle. Let me tell you the story about that vehicle, actually. So in 2016, I bought a vehicle, and I felt bad because my mom was driving a fucking terrible vehicle, all destroyed, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy 2 vehicles, and I'm going to give her this new one, and I'm going to surprise her, and I'm going to be the good son, right? I gave him a fucking Hyundai Accent, bro. It was worse from what she was driving, bro. and I was paying that fucking loan for 3 or 4 years after. It was a freaking disaster. The worst decision in my life, bro. So probably people knows, probably they heard my story in some episodes in the past, that in 2020, I was part of 2 hurricanes in my country, in Honduras. I lost everything, including that fucking Hyundai, bro. So I was, okay, I'm leaving. What am I getting here? Okay, my documentation, passport, this and that. And I turn, I have the Toyota Tercel, 1994, and I have that freaking 2008 Hyundai Accent, and I was like, nah, I'm leaving. Leave that
Hyundai.
motherfucker. Leave that motherfucker.
This one will break down on its way out the driveway.
Right.
The Toyota is going, bro.
And I'm gonna. It's gonna be hard to find it, but I'm gonna give it, and I'm gonna put it like real talk. I let it
Sink.
float. I let it sink. Yeah, it was. I sold it like for $100, bro. The equivalent of $100, like just for a junker or something like that. So I wouldn't recommend that vehicle, that specific vehicle, Hyundai Accent. I don't know the rest.
I'm with you there. So I had, I think it was a 01 or 02 Hyundai Accent. So my dad helped me buy it, right? Before that car, I had a Crown Victoria. Fantastic car. It had 600,000, like
that one is part of Toyota, right? Or no?
The Crown Victoria? No, the Ford Crown Victoria, like the old police car,
okay.
the V8. That was a freaking good car, bro. It had like 300,000 or 400,000 miles on it, but it started up every time. The only thing that sucked was I was in high school and the gas was it was a V8. I was getting like 2 miles to the gallon. So finally when it died, my dad is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to help you get something cost efficient, fuel efficient. We went and we buy this freaking, and I remember where the place we were at, there was 3 choices of the vehicles that was in my budget. It was, I forgot which Mazda. It was some sort of Mazda. It was a Toyota Tercel, and it was the Hyundai Accent. They all were the same price. The Toyota Tercel was like a 1990-something. The Mazda was like a 1990-something. But the Hyundai Accent was like a 2002 or a 2003. Newer. It was newer. It had a radio. It had power windows. So me and my dad like, yo, this is the vehicle we're going to get. Bro, that vehicle broke down on the way home. Every day, there was something new. Like, bro, it was
Where did you buy it? In a dealership?
Yeah, it was like a
pay here, buy here, or buy pay?
Like some of the, it was like a lot.
Similar, right?
You know, I don't even know if it was a real dealership, but bro, it was so embarrassing because where I went to high school, it's kind of like the neighborhood was like the city we were in. It was not like huge. It was kind of like, it was called Village of Skokie, and like it was kind of like everybody went to there was only 2 high schools in a huge radius, so everybody either went to this one or this one. But it was so embarrassing because so many times people from my high school saw me pushing the car as they were driving by. It was so embarrassing, bro, because it was always broke down. You would be just driving down the street. Oh, there's Rahim's car on the side of the road. Everywhere I had to just leave that car because it would never freaking be right, bro. I've spent thousands of dollars on getting that car right. It's a freaking piece of shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine. I totally agree. I felt that.
Imagine growing up in high school and that's what you were known as. That, this motherfucker's car is going to be on the side of the road.
Instead of being known as the player, you were known as the guy.
The guy with the broke down car. The guy with the broke down car. Imagine be like, yo, we're going somewhere tonight. I said, okay, I'll drive. They said, no thanks. We'll walk.
You were good. No, I'd rather take a donkey.
Straight up. I'd rather take a freaking donkey, bro. And imagine, because not everybody had a car in high school. Imagine having a car and motherfuckers still don't want to go with you because they know that shit is going to be broke down.
Yeah, you were supposed to be a fucking popular guy.
Right.
But you were. But with the wrong topic. I totally agree with that one. What's your second on the list?
That was my second.
Yeah, my second then. My second one is going to be a Chevy Cavalier.
Piece of shit.
Chevy Cavalier. That was one that I wanted to buy, and I just bring this vehicle. It was like a 2005 or 6, something like that. It was a coupe, and when it was my first car supposedly, right? I was very happy, and I was driving it for 1 or 2 days, and I take it to a body shop, to a mechanic, right? And I want to buy the vehicle. Bro, return it right now. Right now. It's going to break down in the light.
I'm surprised you got it here.
So I didn't have a bad experience per se with the vehicle, but just with that fear,
put some fear in you.
Okay, I'm not driving this vehicle. And on top of that, that I bring it to the table and you immediately say, piece of shit, I'm right.
I'm out of here. I'm freaking out of here, bro.
Yeah, so that's going to be my number 2. I don't know. In general, this is my personal opinion. In general, I feel that with most American vehicles, they're not as reliable as other vehicles.
I agree, bro. I think domestics, they don't make a great car. I think they make great trucks. I think they make great SUVs.
Totally agree with the truck.
I think the tech is getting amazing. I think even some of the hybrids are really, really good. But I think like the Ford Fusions, the Cavaliers, the Buick LaCrosses, the freaking Dodge Darts, the
other day I drove
200s.
A Buick Encore that we sold here. Bro, the tech on that vehicle was amazing.
Insane, right? Insane tech. But it's just like I don't personally know how long-term reliability there are, and maybe it's just the fact of like the cost of ownership is so low, and maybe that has something to do with it, because most people who end up buying those vehicles, they're able to get them so cheap, and maybe they're not able to maintain them or something like. I don't really know the reason, bro. But yeah, fuck that. I would never buy a Chevy Cavalier.
Yeah. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is gonna be similar to the one that you have. It's freaking Mazda RX-8.
That's the same one.
I want you to share your story, and I'm gonna share mine.
Bro, let me tell you that story with that RX-8. I remember, and it's not my story, right? But it's an old friend that had one. I remember that that vehicle, bro. He told me one day, like 2012, yo, my cousin bought this amazing vehicle, bro. Have you seen the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift? The RX-8. Which one? Yeah, I think it was a black one or something like that in the Tokyo Drift movie, right? And then we saw the vehicle.
Oh, the girl in Tokyo Drift.
Right.
The girl was driving the black RX-8.
Yeah, so exactly the same. The same vehicle. Yo, that's a freaking nice vehicle. 2 months after, the RX-8 broke down. He can find the engine because it was a V engine.
No, it's a rotary.
A rotary.
Yeah.
That rotary engine. Yeah. So.
So for those who don't know what a rotary is, it's actually like pretty crazy. Just a side quest. So it's like, imagine like almost like an oval, like kind of long circular sides, and then like rounded. Or imagine an oval meets a rectangle meets a triangle, kind of like that. And instead of having pistons that go up and down, it's a triangle that rotates like this.
Oh.
So like imagine like this, it rotates like, it's crazy.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's wild.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and I'm not even mechanic savvy, but it doesn't make sense. I'm just thinking like in kindergarten when you had all these triangles and squares and different things. It doesn't make sense to play it like that.
Right.
How into engineering is gonna make sense?
This will. I almost wish, like Kenneth, if you can find like a little clip of a rotary engine, it's like really hard to explain, but I want people to know like how it is.
Yeah. So fast forward, bro. I don't know what happened. What agreement did they get into? In some point, he bought the vehicle without running. Because he was supposed to fix the vehicle. He was supposed to.
I'm gonna give you my expert opinion. If you buy a vehicle that's not running, don't do it. Just don't do it, bro.
No, the thing is that I'm gonna buy the vehicle and I'm gonna fix it and I'm gonna get the engine and I'm gonna import it. Remember, we're still in Honduras. I'm gonna import it from United States. We're gonna find it.
That sounds like a bad plan.
In this process that I'm telling you that he bought the vehicle, I passed like 3 years already with the vehicle just sitting out there, right? And again, it was his first vehicle. Then, fast forward, 3 engines came into Honduras, or 2 or 1, whatever the case might be. The vehicle is not running. The vehicle is still not running, bro. And then, after the whole situation, finding a tech that is able to replace the engine, that we don't get those engines in Honduras, like, then fast forward 2 more years, like 5 years in that process, bro. He's like, no, bro, I think I'm not gonna make it.
Yo, I love how dedicated he was. It took him 5 years to come to the conclusion of, bro, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that.
So yeah, bro, fucking Mazda RX-8, bro, don't get into that shit, bro.
Straight up, bro. So I was a technician at a Mazda dealership, and I remember, like, as a car guy, I really like that car too, right? It's a cool looking car.
It's amazing,
right? And when you see one that's running, bro, it sounds pretty good. You know, it's a cool car. And I remember on my first day, one of the dudes I met, actually his name was, I forgot what his name was, but he had, so some of the really good techs, they have more than one bay, right? Everybody gets one bay where you work on cars. The good ones sometimes get two. And this one had like three, I think he had three or four. Like, he literally had a section of bays just for him. And behind his bays, there was a section where, because he only did like projects, there was like vehicles, there was like 5 or 6 vehicles parked. So all his bays were always used. And then like there would be vehicles parked behind there. And if you could, please remind me after we do the RX-8, I want to throw one more bonus vehicle in there.
Okay.
There was 3 RX-8s, and they all look so clean. And I was like, yo, that's
immaculate.
So cool. Immaculate. I was like, bro, that's so cool. Like, what are they getting mods? What's I'm fresh there. I'm like, are they getting modifications? People are coming to you to get them built, right? What's going on? He's like, bro, they all need engines, and all the engines are on back order.
Oh my God.
I said, why are they on back order? He's like, because they don't make them, but 2, they always need an engine. So on my first day at the Mazda dealership, I knew, yo, this is not the right. Imagine having 3 of them back to back to back, and all of them need engines, bro. And I was like, yo, that is not the move.
How do you think, and probably getting a little bit serious, where do you think the engineers or the dealers or the brand itself came into that conclusion that, yo, we fucked it up with this with this vehicle?
We fucked this shit up, bro.
Why did we do this, bro?
I don't think there's ever a question of why, to be honest. I think it's a question of, like, when do we stop? How do we fix this? I don't think none of them are asking why. That's not going to solve any of the problems. I think they're like, yo, we know there's a problem here. Let's fix it.
I mean, and it might sound stupid, right? But being the CEO of Mazda, bro, let's just get all back and let's just take the hit in that billionaire deal that we did with all these customers and just let's save our reputation, right?
I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm not in that position, so it almost sounds easier said than done.
Right.
But I don't know, bro. Because the crazy thing is, like, the RX-7, the one before the RX-8, that's a freaking dang good car. Everybody loves that car. And it's a very similar design. I don't know what it was with the RX-8, bro, but that car, a piece of shit.
But what was the engine on the RX-8?
Same engine, a rotary.
Dang.
Yeah. And maybe, you know what, I'll do some research. Just to find out. But I don't know what it was with the RX-8s, but I remember having seen the 3 of them back to back, and after he said they all needed engines and this comment, I was like, yo, that's crazy.
And dude, I don't remember the last time I saw an RX-8 on the streets here.
It's been a while for me too.
Like, I just heard that people were just using it after the whole drama of that decade. the vehicles were in the streets. I just heard that people were just only rebuilding them to drift and destroy the cars, basically doing drifting and shit like that, because they are rear wheel drive, right?
It's like, yo, if you're gonna fuck something up, let's fuck it up.
Let's fuck it up. It's already fucked up.
Right. Let me give you guys a bonus unit, right? So the Mazda dealership I worked at, it was a part of a bigger group. It was Mazda, Nissan, Fiat, Volkswagen, Alfa Romeo. So there was, like, imagine like one block, and on the block there was five or six dealerships, and they're all owned by the same company, right? And so the shop for Fiat and Mazda was shared because the buildings were so close to each other. And right next to the RX-8s, there was like 6 or 7 Fiats. And every single one of them was getting engine rebuilds too.
Dang.
Because it all was fucked up. And like one of the techs there, it got to the point that he was doing so many. Let's say, for example, it takes 2 days to do an engine. He was knocking them out in like 6 hours because he was doing so many that he had.
He had it on top of his head.
He had it on top of his head, but he also had a toolbox just for that job. With all the tools and everything he would need just to knock that job out because he was doing so many of them.
Fiats.
Fiats.
We're talking about model specifically, but you're talking about the brand in general.
It was a specific model. I don't remember which model it was. It was the little car. It wasn't the big car. It was the little car.
Oh, okay.
But
Probably the 500 or something like that, I
I
think.
don't even remember, bro, to be honest with you. But I remember seeing engines everywhere for that car.
Dang.
It was nonstop.
Do you remember that when we went to Texas, that Fiat lady?
Yeah.
I think, correct me in the facts, because I don't want to, I was going to say the name, but I don't want to say it anymore, because if I say something bad, but basically she was the CEO of the whole Fiat, if I'm not mistaken, in some process, in general manner, in some part of the process, that now she's in real estate only, correct?
So she pretty much was a Fiat owner,
Fiat
dealership owner.
Right. So in some point, in that conference, I remember that she said that, who the fuck is selling this? Those fucking vehicles and shit. How did you make it work so high?
Who the fuck are selling these? Who is buying these and who is selling these?
Do you know what I mean?
Straight up, bro.
So I wouldn't get a Fiat.
Never. Actually, we just got one on trade 2 days ago.
Twice. He disappointed me twice with in the same episode.
The want to help people is much higher than the want to save my life.
What I was gonna say, bro. So now that I'm thinking, the Italian vehicles was, because I remember we had an Alfa Romeo at Midtown. Oh my God, that vehicle!
It just sat forever.
Yeah, like for over a year.
Yeah.
We sold it like after 8 months.
I remember. So I asked. So usually, like, when I'm buying different vehicles, I send a group message to all the sales managers. And at this point, we had 3 sales managers. And I saw a really cool Alfa Romeo SUV, and I took a picture of it and I sent it in the group. Within 2 seconds.
No.
No. No. 3 of them at the same time. No discussion. No nothing. No.
So yeah, what do you think about Italian vehicles? Of course, my favorite is Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have it very soon. No, Lamborghini. What the fuck? No, Ferrari. Yeah, that's my favorite.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know enough about them, bro.
Alfa Romeo and Fiat are Italians, right?
That's what I think. I mean, I think that I would have to research it. Maybe it's just like the brand is Italian and maybe they're actually not Italian cars. Because I think there was a point where they were sharing parts with Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Let me look that up real quick. I think they were owned by Stellantis. Let me look that up, bro.
Maybe they made an agreement or something. Like, I don't know if you noticed. Now that I have to be very, very on top of the window stickers and different things about our vehicles, but mostly Dodge vehicles are being brought from Mexico. I don't know if you've ever read that.
Dude, let me read this to you. I said, is Fiat owned by Chrysler? And the first thing reads, Chrysler suffered some tough financial events before it was purchased by Fiat. Brands under Fiat, Chrysler umbrella include Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat Professional, Jeep, Ram, Alfa Romeo, Abarth, Lancia, and Maserati. That's wild. So I guess, yeah, they were.
They were part, right?
Yeah. That's wild. I don't know.
That what I was telling you too, the fact that these vehicles, Dodge and some other vehicles, are being assembled in Mexico, not anymore here in the United States.
Yeah.
Right? That's very interesting too. I don't know why I'm talking about that.
You know, but that's a good point you make too, and I know we're getting kind of off topic here. It's that was a big deal, especially like when I was buying cars, and even sometimes now when you're buying specific cars. I think it's the first letter of the VIN number that'll tell you where it was made, and like I know for Japanese vehicles, it was assembled
in Japan,
I believe so, and I think G. No, I don't know if it's G for German, but there's a specific code for the German vehicles. Like for example,
or something like that.
I don't remember it, but like for example, on my specific car, it's way more desirable when it has the VIN number where it was
fabricated and assembled.
Exactly. Because there's where it's
gonna be much expensive.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And just because it's assembled there doesn't mean that the parts are from there, right? The parts are all imported in, and the vehicle is actually just assembled in a different place. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Does it make it expensive? The vehicle, like, of course, the Europeans, but what about the ones that are built in Mexico?
I think it was probably cheaper, right? I think probably the reason they're being built in Mexico is because the cost to labor is so much less to build a factory there and have the workers there and put it all together there than it is to buy a plot of land here, pay, like you just saw what happened with the union.
Yeah.
That shit is not happening in Mexico. You know what I mean?
No.
You know what I mean?
That's a very good idea. I think that there's a lot of people that should be doing businesses from
Like
United States and hiring people in Honduras or
Nike,
something
you
like
know,
that.
They face
Like Halo Lane, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. They like Motorvation.
Yeah. So Nike what?
Like Nike receives a lot of backlash for it, you know, because they're like an American company. But I know most of their stuff is made like in
What do you mean by backlash? Bad or good?
bad, because they're saying like that the work conditions are horrible. They're paying people like peanuts to.
Oh, I heard that about Sarah, H&M, and different brands
Yeah.
too. But where are these brands from? H&M, for example.
I think H&M is from China.
No, if I'm not mistaken, and probably we're a little bit side of topic, and that's cool because we can make more clips,
Yeah.
right? But if I'm not mistaken, H&M is owned or his partner from David Beckham. I don't know if you knew that.
So it's actually an American dude who owns it.
And if I'm not mistaken, David Beckham is part of it.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I look very nice because I just buy it H&M.
That's what I was gonna say. You're starting to look like David Beckham, and now I see why.
Yo, the thing is that I made an investment. I told you, an investment in clothing on February. I look very nice now. Okay. You have anything else? You
that's
have
it for us,
bonus?
man. Well, the Fiat was the bonus.
Oh, the bonus, right?
So in summary, don't buy a fucking Ford 6.4. Don't buy a Hyundai Accent. Don't buy a Chevy Cavalier. Don't buy a Mazda RX-8, and don't freaking buy a Fiat.
Especially the Mazda RX-8, bro. I mean,
I'm saying especially the Ford 6.4.
I mean, do you know that the thing is that with the Hyundai Accent, you're gonna buy it to go to work back and
Right.
forth. The Ford to go to work, and you're probably gonna make it work. But to have fun in an RX-8 is something that you're gonna purchase just to have fun, and it's never
True that.
you're
never
just gonna
gonna-
spend your money, right? So okay, so it was a very good episode. I don't know if you noticed that Rahim was bringing a lot of value, and I try to keep up with him with different stories. We had fun, we laughed. I don't know what he has been scratching his eye today, this guy, but I'm very happy that we gave this amazing episode for all of you. Remember to follow us on social media. You're gonna find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube.
and YouTube as Motorvation Trucks, and then you can listen to us in Spotify as MotorCast. Do you have-
MotorCast, baby.
you have anything else? Oh, you can find this guy as the _truck_dealer in Instagram, and you can find me as Homer Lopez. Homer as in Homer Simpson, and Lopez as in Jennifer Lopez. So
That's it.
bye-bye. Let's close.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. Leave some comments. Let me know how we can best serve you. I want to answer all your questions. I want to bring you valuable information. And I want to help you get the answers to the questions you have. Let's rock and roll.